I can say is that the fake news just doesn't get it, do they?
Fake news. They get so touchy about race. So touchy, in fact, that they don't want to touch it. So to protect themselves, they go all in woke left. Therefore, they don't have to think about anything. They can just be safe from the mob. And there could be potentially deadly consequences from their touchiness about it all. So we had that guy on the loose yesterday, the alleged attacker, Frank James, and the police commissioner gave a full description of what this guy looks like.
We will describe him as an individual. He is being reported as a male black, approximately 5 feet 5 inches tall with a heavy build. He was wearing a green construction type vest and a hooded sweatshirt. The color is gray.
Got it. All right, no problem. Male black, 5'5", heavy build, I think. The vest, the green, the gray hoodie. What's the problem? Well, a lot of reporters just can't talk about the race part. It's okay for her, she's a black woman, but these guys can't for some reason.
A male suspect possibly wearing a gas mask and an orange construction vest fled the scene to some sort of unknown location.
A man who is described as 5'5", 180 pounds, wearing a gas mask and an orange construction vest, shot 5 people, 2 of them serious. A total of 13 are hurt.
The suspect, all we know, according to police, is that he was wearing a gas mask and this orange reflective construction type vest, obviously indicating that there was some kind of premeditation.
Police say a male suspect who was last seen wearing a green construction vest and a gas mask hit several people before getting away.
How did the person get onto the subway? This person is wearing very distinctive clothing. It's a green construction vest, a gray hoodie. He's 5'5", weighs 180 or 190 pounds, and is carrying a bag. So that's going to stand out in any video.
You notice, right? They're not saying the race of the individual. Why not? They're touchy for all these convoluted woke leftist reasons. Just say it. If you call 911, they're going to want to know the race of the person you're looking at. It would help having a full description in catching the guy, right? Now, of course, what happens if the suspect is white? Ooh, the venom in their voice when they say white, actually. It's palpable. White is out.
Here's the suspect, okay? He is a 21-year-old white man.
This 21-year-old white male mass murderer. The suspect in custody is white.
Police say a 28-year-old white male carrying 2 handguns crashed a stolen truck into a building.
It's humanizing the shooter once again.
Yeah.
And can I point out that the shooter is a white man who is alive after they knew that he'd killed 8 people.
Sorry, Gail. I guess the cop should have shot him on the spot. Death penalty. There we go. Right away. No trial. No nothing. I mean, a white man. You see, part of the guy's crime is that he's a white guy. It's incredible. It's ludicrous for us, for normal people, for people who don't think about race all day long. For people like Barack Obama, who has essentially made a career out of race. This is stuff they love to talk about, love to emphasize, okay? It's in his book, his newest book, another one about him, A Promised Land. Take a look at these quotes, okay? The black community argued that I wasn't ready or not quite black enough. The rumbling from the Rush campaign, he was opposing them in 2000, Obama's an outsider. He's backed by white folks. Is he even black? These are things that he brought up. From his first book, They Know Too Much, to take my parents' brief union, black man and white woman at face value. As a result, some people have a hard time taking me at face value. Okay. Their confusion made me question my own racial credentials. How about that, huh? All of his internal struggles, I mean, that's his problem. Unfortunately, I think he has unleashed them all on us, and we're left with the consequences. Meanwhile, this guy is literally sitting pretty as a billionaire on the beach, being paid tens of millions of dollars to walk on a beach. Did you see this? His new Netflix special about animals? It's, yeah, our great national parks. It's like he's trying to be Jack Hanna. It is really, really bad. Take a look.
Hanauma Bay is one of my favorite spots in the world. I grew up in Hawaii. This was my backyard. My love of the natural world began here. When I was growing up, wild spaces and everyday spaces, they were one and the same.
Hey, not just back then. Wild spaces, everyday spaces, one and the same. We see that every day, sir. At the mall, at the jewelry store, at the drugstore. Yeah, right? We know what you're talking about, but this is what we're dealing with back in reality. Enjoy the beach. Whew. I do want to show you a little bit more of the Netflix thing. It's actually funny.
I want to make sure that the world's wild spaces are there for my kids and my grandkids. Join me in this celebration of our planet's greatest national parks and wilderness, a journey through the natural wonders of our shared birthright.
Wow, you're gonna not want to see this. It's just a bunch of stuff you've already seen before. I'll tell you in a second, but look at him walking on that beach, having a good time. He's getting paid tens of millions of dollars by Netflix for these phony documentaries. And what is he neglecting? Quite frankly, all of us, this country gave him so much, made him president, a nobody from nowhere, quite frankly. A state senator, from state senator to president in 4 years. So many people did it because they wanted to do something nice for somebody who was educated, a family man, yes, black, big part of it. But now that he's got his, he doesn't care about what we're going through as a country and these cities and crime. And these children, black children, victims of gun violence every single day. He doesn't seem to care, neither does Black Lives Matter, unless it's a white cop involved. If a black life takes a black life, they don't care. They can't make any money that way. They can't exploit it. Back to the Netflix special. I mean, look at that. Look at the smugness. What the hell does he know about animals? And what does he deliver here? Nothing. The actual stuff, the content of the show, I watched a little bit of it. You can find all this stuff on YouTube. We've all seen it before. I mean, it's the same stuff with his voice, okay? No groundbreaking. This was just another vehicle to give this guy more money from Hollywood, from the elites, sharing it with him for no reason. He's unworthy. I mean, really unworthy.
Join me as we explore the wonders and secrets of some of the most extraordinary national parks on the planet.
Okay. You knock yourself out there. Most of us here, the audience, me, New York City, we're worried about this stuff. Our way of life is really in total jeopardy. And all that status, all that power, all that intelligence, he's not dumb, all those gifts, and he's wasting them on himself, his family, his friends. How many yachts can this guy water ski behind, huh? Isn't that right? Isn't that some movie? Maybe Michelle. Does she care about the children? What's Michelle Obama up to again?
She's just a girl and she's on fire.
So little of who I am happened in those 8 years. So much more of who I was happened before.
In high school, your guidance counselor didn't see in you what you saw in yourself.
She decided I was reaching too high.
How did you, as a Black woman, persevere?
We can't afford to wait for the world to be equal, to start feeling seen. I feel like I gotta share with you all that the energy that's out there is much better than what we see. How's everybody doing?
This girl is on fire.
Okay. So she hangs out with kids while she talks about herself. She doesn't care. She's using these children as photo ops. She's using them as props for herself, for her ego, for her. Another wasted opportunity. They have so much, yet share so little. By the way, you want to see how bad this documentary is? I mean, this is really bad. You know, sooner or later, you have to actually make the movie. Anybody can make a little 2-minute sizzle reel look cool. Then you got to make the film. These people aren't filmmakers. They don't know what they're doing. This is an actual clip from the Becoming Michelle Obama documentary. We didn't edit it. We didn't have fun with it. This is what is the movie.
Oh, I thought you were wearing the pink John.
No, that was for earlier, and then that had food on it.
That's the evening attire.
That was for the day.
That looks like 2 belts.
It's 1 belt, but it's 3 separate.
Oh, it's got a top belt too. Oh, I see. But it's not separated?
No, it's 1 belt, but you buckle it 3 different times.
And is that the style to have your belt so high now? Is that the style?
I don't know. I
just asked. That was the style.
And it goes on like this for 2 hours.
I like the belt.
All that money, $60 million from Netflix, and they couldn't hire an editor. I mean, just somebody to, all right.